Mpirical provide compelling, interactive learning across a range of delivery options. Live on site, live online, or online anytime, we have a training course that is ideal for you. For a no-obligations chat about your training requirements, contact us at mpirical.com.
UE route selection policy is a technique which has been introduced in 5G to assist the device with understanding which user plane resources it should use for specific data types. So for example, on a smartphone, you could launch a specific application, and based on the UE route selection policy, you could be instructed to launch a specific network slice to a specific data network, for example. Now you can see the policy itself for UE route selection is provided to the device by the policy control function. So we've got this kind of scenario in place. Now in our diagram the device is a smartphone, but it is worth noting that it doesn't have to be a smartphone. Any 5G end device could potentially use UE route selection policy. Now, a key point to note here is that the PCF does not have a direct communication path to the device. It's got to use the access and mobility management function and of course the GNB in order to get any route selection policy down towards that user equipment. Now, what exactly is the route selection policy? Well, you can see that ultimately, to begin with, we are trying to identify the traffic. So when the device sees this particular kind of traffic, it then will have an instruction on what to do with that traffic. So how do we identify the traffic? Well, it could be related to a specific application being launched on the operating system. It could be related to a specific traffic profile or description, things like a destination IP address. It could be related to a fully qualified domain name of a particular target that we are trying to communicate with, or it could be as simple as the specific data network name which we're connecting to. So these are all parameters that can be used to identify the kind of traffic, and then we've got the actual route selection policy itself, which tells us exactly what we should be doing with this kind of traffic. For example, we've got the session and service continuity mode, which is going to be mode 1, 2 or 3, and that's related to our IP addressing continuity when we move around the network. We've also got the network slice, so by launching a particular application, we should be using a specific network slice for it. We've got the session type, so should we be using an IPv4 v6 session, should it be Ethernet or should it be unstructured? We've also got an instruction for Wi-Fi offload. So should this data be using cellular at all, or should we simply be offloading to Wi-Fi and using that data connection? And then finally, if we've got 3GPP and non-3GPP access available, so when we're talking about non-3GPP access here, we are talking about Wi-Fi, but Wi-Fi is fully integrated into the 5G core in this case. Well, if we do have both of those access options available, which one should we use for this particular traffic type? So with UE route selection policy, we are identifying the traffic and then we are instructing the device how to handle that traffic.
Need to know more? Why not visit our store where you can choose from over 200 hours of video-based training. Alternatively, you can contact us to discuss any specific training requirements you may have.